something tells me you've been a little bit of a loose cannon lately, and that's the reason why I'm on your For You page. You could scroll, or you could stay. Up to you. Ten of Wands, it looks like you've been in a time where you feel very restricted. And sometimes, this is a great combination, by the way. When you have the Ten of Wands as your overall energy, it's a time where you feel restricted. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that's piled up. There's a lot that you've let slide. Be for real, okay? There's a lot of tasks that have just piled up. And our tendency, the second we get out of that energy, is to go way too hard. Is to go way too hard, way too deep, way too fast, way too much. Okay? And I think part of that is because we've spent so long with the restraints on us that by the time that those restraints are cut and we break free, we do too much, right? And maybe this is like, okay, well, I haven't had energy lately. I've been down, I've been depressed, I've been low energy, blah, 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 blah. The second you have energy, you want to go too hard. You want to batch make content. You want to, apply to 10,000 jobs. You want to take care of every single task because it feels like those moments of joy are fleeting. These days, our energy is just fleeting. I feel like there's a pattern. There's a pattern. Remember, when it comes to the energy of fire, fire can be great when you direct it intentionally and when you can temper it with water. Okay, there's a reason why temperance has both fire and water on it. All right, go back and look at the card. Matter of fact, here it is. Temperance. It's ruled by Sagittarius. That's a fire sign. Okay, what an interesting juxtaposition is it that temperance could be Sagittarius. There is nothing more chaotic. Let me tell you, there is nothing more chaotic than a Sagittarius that is not balanced, let me tell you. So the second you have the energy that you need and things are in your way, slowing your vibe down, slowing the way down, creating obstacles, you become a loose cannon. We get aggressive, we get irritable, we get frustrated, we get all of those things, and we start making mistakes, right? There's still room to learn. We just got out of this energy. It's the reason why when we're broke at times and then all of a sudden we get some money, we spend it all immediately, and now we end up right back here. Now we're right back here. There's a lesson to be learned here. Temper yourself regularly, consistently, right? It's like the second you get out of those restraints, instead of just immediately giving away your energy to all of the tasks in front of you, sit with it. Did you know the fire is also ruled by sacral energy? Okay, so that sacral energy, you can feel it too. You can process it too. You can sit with it too. Sit with it. Give it to yourself first before you start directing it at all of these other things here. Feel it. Dip your toes in it. Understand it. Process it. Then move forward. Then you shift. Then you act, right? Aligned action makes all of the difference, because with that alignment, what happens? With that alignment, you have integrity. In that space, you can stay sincere. You remember what you value. You can stay consistent in the things that you were acting upon. You start remembering yourself in what you do. You stop sacrificing who you are just because of that space when you were tied up, right? You remember, this is who I am. These are the ethics I stand on, rather than all of these things. We're not taking the easy way out. We're not spending all of our energy directing it at gossiping and other things like that. We're pouring it back into ourselves. We're able to keep our promises to ourselves because you're not going based off of motivation. If right now your motivation is based off of when you have all of these things piled up and when you feel restricted and when you're not, motivation simply will not be enough. But you know what will be? Moderation, patience and consistency. The more you show up to this particular thing regularly, the better results you will get, because the stronger at it you will get. It's like practice, right? You're working out for the first time, and at first it's hard to show up. At first you're doing 10 minutes in your living room, and then eventually you find yourself doing 30 minutes an hour, and then eventually you notice when you take a day off, and then eventually it just becomes part of who you are, right? That's what you want. You're looking for a lifestyle change, not an immediate solution.